Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Episode 12. We're back. Boom, boom, boom.
To the CFL podcast.
Welcome to the CFL podcast. I like the radio voice. Hello and welcome to the CFL podcast. Episode number 12. We're also live on Facebook, so if our eyes wander, that's why. We're trying the live thing.
I guess we could put it like right there.
We'll note that for next time. That would actually probably be a better idea, but now we didn't. But you could see from the side. So here's what we got going on. Episode number 12. Grace and I are back. Boom, she's here. And she's staring down at our questions.
I just wrote these in a really unorganized place, so this is going to be
an unorganized manner. That's okay.
Deal with me.
We'll roll in. Let's jump back in, and we're back. So, one of the questions that I want to break into real quick is the Open. Everybody's into the Open. Everybody's like,
we just finished 18.3.
Thank you for dating that.
Welcome.
And totally throwing off my flow. Okay, so we're getting into the Open here. A lot of people have been asking about like, I want to do this better. Like next year, I want to be more like competitive and different things like that. So, as far as, are you done with that? Oh, is that because the first thing we talked about?
Just don't mind this.
Okay, so I just want to give a quick speech about how we do our, like how I do the programming here, how the programming is done for the Open and CrossFit General, right? So we have three different pieces of programming. Number one, our monostructular, which is a fancy word for cardio, right? Like,
what's in that?
What's engine? So that's like your running, your rowing, your biking, your ability to like keep moving without being winded.
It's like jump rope too?
Yes, like jump rope too.
I'm just asking for the viewers.
I'm gonna name all the monostructular pieces.
We're already here.
Oh, God. This is gonna be.
Joe, send help.
Who else is here? Hey, Jennifer Escalante, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so people are coming in live. That's why I'm jumping in out of frame. This might be a funny episode to watch on the way back. Okay, so monostructular stuff, you have to have your aerobic base. You have to be able to have the cardio to sustain yourself during the workout. If we have the CrossFit pyramid here, the bottom is metabolic conditioning. That's what other than nutrition, metabolic conditioning is going to be the second layer of the base. The third one is gymnastics. Finishing after 8.3, you could tell how like much skill in gymnastics come into play. 18.3. What did I say?
8.3.
8.3 because I shortened it down.
Whatever.
0.3, y'all. So 18.3 had like the muscle ups, the bar muscle up, plus the double under right.
Anything
These are all
like
skills.
body weight, right? Isn't kind of like gymnastics?
Yeah, well, we're not going to dive down the whole like categorizing all of it for
just
this.
Trying to explain to the
anything body weight. So like push ups, pull ups, the harder stuff, muscle ups, air squats is considered gymnastics.
We're getting love.
Anything that we didn't have it. Thanks for the love, guys. Who else is watching?
Whoa, did that just do a thing?
Yeah, they float across because they like it. Hey, if you guys want, ask questions. If you guys have questions, ask a question.
I feel like my face is doing things on it. Okay.
No, it's not. It's just they're giving us likes. Thank you. Okay, so back to what we were talking about with the three pillars of fitness, right?
So we have monostructural, and now we're in gymnastics.
Yes.
And
so
what's the third one?
Getting the skills down in gymnastics, also the handstand push-ups and all the bodyweight stuff.
Right. So that's like kind of higher skill stuff. Like that takes a little bit more time to.
Yeah, it's not really high skill compared to gymnastics, but yes, it takes more time for CrossFit, and for people that are coming in with no gymnastics background, the muscle up, those things will take a long period of time. The handstand push-up, handstand walking, even. Yes, those take a long period of time.
Okay.
So the third one is weightlifting. Right, which is our snatch, clean and jerk, our press, push press.
Most things with the barbell or with a dumbbell.
Exactly. And you could categorize it with anything with an external load, like dumbbell, kettlebell swings as well. But without going too far down that rabbit hole, just sticking with the basic stuff. If you notice the order that we set it in, aerobic base first, right? So understanding that you need to have your body's ability to stay aerobic to push oxygen to your muscles to continue to feed yourself and fuel yourself. We broke into that a little bit last time with Albert.
Well, in 18.2, that was huge because if you didn't have an aerobic system and you made it to the weightlifting part, you're done.
Yeah, because your body doesn't
lift a bar.
Yeah, it couldn't flush the toxins in time for your legs to do what they're supposed to. So metabolic conditioning is the base. That's why we have a conditioning-based program. So you guys are already covered there. If you keep doing it, especially the Thursdays, our longer cardio day, you're going to make money on that with intervals and everything else. That'll keep the aerobic base solid. Second piece of it is the gymnastics stuff. we get stuff sold short all the time, like push-ups, which we're going to talk about in a minute here, pull-ups, understanding that I need my arm to fully lock out and get that full range so I could have really good capacity in these movements.
Our obsession with arc to hollow.
Arc to hollow is huge. Like, dialing that in is going to be everything with your gymnastics, so don't sell yourself short on that. And then finally, you have the third piece at weightlifting. That's because, and the reason they're stacked that way is because there's not a huge emphasis put on being like crazy strong. Like, yes, you do have to be really strong to compete in the world of CrossFit regionals, to open to regionals. But
in daily CrossFit.
Yeah, but in daily CrossFit you don't. And on top of that, that takes like that strength component takes the longest to build. Like, it takes a long time to get strength. So do yourself a favor when it comes to the strength stuff. Don't rush that. It's the third most important thing on the list anyways. What are you looking at?
Just make sure this is on.
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Okay,
you're good. So don't rush the strength. Don't rush the strength portion of it. Allow that it's going to take a long time and realize that it's the third most important thing on there. Practice your gymnastics, understanding moving in a full range of motion and holding yourself to the virtuosity of those movements, which virtuosity just means doing the common uncommonly well. Like, you have a perfect looking arc to hollow.
You have a perfect looking
total
air
bar.
squat.
Yeah, air squat, all that stuff. Really focusing on that because that's the second most important thing, and then showing up every day and really giving it your all through the cardio stuff.
Consistency.
Consistency, correct.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Sorry, that was the rant about that.
Is that your balance during the week
8
speech
minute.
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Moving on.
Moving on. First question.
Peter, I'm not even going to try to butcher your last name.
Peter B. from the 5:30 a.m. class.
From the 5:30 a.m. He wants to know why in class we never practice jumping muscle ups as a scale.
Okay, yeah, so when we have here at CFL our go-to scale for bar muscle ups in ring muscle ups is the burpee pull-up. The reason why I go to the burpee pull-up is because it gets the triceps and you get that pull-in with keeping your heart rate really high. So your question was specific about, like, why don't we do the jumping stuff for the scale? Actually, you can do the jumping stuff for the scale. If you're at the level where your arc hollow is good, which, Peter, I know you and I know yours is solid.
I've heard it's beautiful and I haven't even seen it.
Yeah,
but they talk about you.
It's good. He's got good capacity in the swing and stuff. So then it would be more appropriate for you to start doing the jumping stuff in the muscle up. So that's another way to scale the muscle up that I do think is appropriate. So it was a good thing to bring to awareness. We generalize with the burpee pull-up because anybody from a brand new member to somebody that maybe has muscle ups just not consistently
You're still going to get a good workout out of it.
Well, that's the point. It's to hold the stimulus of the workout.
Yeah.
Like a burpee pull-up is going to take
You're
more...
still going to get the pull and still the cardio aspect out of it, regardless of what you're doing.
Right. So if you are getting close to the muscle up, you could start incorporating the jumping through the rings and stuff. It helps a little bit, but really going under a low heart rate and practicing my pull-throughs and transitions will help me better get to it. But jumping stuff is also a great way to do it. So you can start incorporating that into the class, and that's something we'll talk about moving forward. So good job bringing awareness to that.
My next question would be from Kenny Taylor.
Oh, these were the suggestions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not questions.
Okay, my next suggestion would be from Kenny Taylor. What do you think about having a CrossFit like anniversary WOD or like a CFL WOD? Yeah,
like that's what he said, maybe commemorating like when I took over MM, like when we took it over MM, or maybe when we moved to the building. I thought that would
move to the old building.
Move from the old building.
Or move to this building.
Right.
So like what kinds of things would we do in it? What numbers are like important to us?
Oh, I can't come up with that on the spot.
Yeah, we were talking about it before.
Yeah, well, that's what Kenny was saying is like making the numbers and the workout like unique to us here at CFL and unique to our culture, which I thought that was a great idea. Yeah, I think we should even bring in Doug to help with the programming of that. Yeah, Doug, we're going to give you a hand because,
Jessica said she like legitimately hates kettlebell swings. Because of Doug. She told Doug that today. That's the reason she doesn't like them.
That's funny.
She's just been...
So there'll be kettlebell swings in it? No, just kidding.
There'll be kettlebell swings in it.
But yeah, I think it would be cool.
No, but we were saying like possibly about the time when we moved from the old building to this building and like,
right,
for example, how many mats you guys laid down within like 3 hours. That was insane.
Oh boy, going deep with that.
Or how many, like maybe something around the date. They always do that.
Yeah.
Different little things like that.
Yeah, but love this suggestion, Kenny. We'll definitely come up with it. We'll see if Doug and I can come up with them. Maybe one in the archives.
See if not Doug. Sorry, Doug.
Why?
Because it's so hard.
Yeah, but that's the point of like the anniversary WODs. Like nobody's like, oh, I'm going to show up to Murph because it's the easiest workout.
You show up to Murph because of the barbecue.
Well, I think that's what he was like saying.
Or maybe that's just my take on it.
Anyhow.
Okay, so what about possibly meeting at like Del Val this also from Kenny. Meeting at Del Val this summer.
Yeah, there was a cool suggestion. A couple years back, Catherine actually arranged that. Remember we did that barbecue at
cool.
CFL? It was a lot of fun. So, Kenny, thanks for bringing this back up to the awareness. I think last year, being caught up with like trying to find the new building and the move and stuff, a lot of these cool community things got overlooked on my part just because of like time constraints.
Well, we kind of had to. We didn't. Yeah, we had to.
Yeah. And I was kidnapped and in Guadalajara, Jalisco for 3 days.
Let's not talk about that.
I was kidnapped.
No,
it was a thing.
He went to a wedding in Guadalajara.
Kidnapped.
Asked me to go. I said absolutely not. And he texted me from there saying, I'm so happy that you're not here right now.
See what I'm working with, guys?
You guys.
You can't.
It was so dangerous.
It was not dangerous.
It was so dangerous.
She's like...
He didn't have running water for like 48 hours.
Anyways... Gosh.
Off of that.
Sorry, Nick. Your wedding was great. We enjoyed it.
Sorry, Nick.
Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, the suggestion about barbecue at Del Val, great.
Or like
Kenny,
a workout, like getting outside the gym sometimes.
Yeah, we'll mix it up. Maybe like a light and easy workout or something.
Yeah, and we can
There's 4 people watching this. Hi guys, comment below if you like. Hit the like button so I know you're alive and didn't just leave it on your phone. Sorry.
We could throw some kind of like different outside of the gym things in there too. They don't have to be like super formal, kind of like Facebook meetup. If you're gonna go for a run or a hike, like post it on the Facebook group and see if like you can get some people to go with you. Like I think that's cool.
Yeah. She's so bad. Okay, moving on. What else do we have here? You want to break into the second segment here?
No.
Are you upset now?
Yeah.
Oh, she's in a mood, guys. She's in a mood.
No, before we get to
Hola.
Before we get to those,
all the way from Iceland.
Oh, hi, and probably Bianca.
She's on Facebook Live. What up, guys?
So we'll get to this after, but I want to do this part first. So we just had 18.3 happen, and some like really cool things that we call the magic of the open happen. Last week, you guys might have noticed it with pushing yourself farther than you thought you could do. Some of you got toes to bar that don't usually get toes to bar in the first week. Last week, some of you cleaned like crazy heavy weights and PR'd your clean after a really intense, anaerobic almost, but aerobic workout.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm.
So that was cool, pushing yourself. It's crazy what you can do with like people cheering you on outside. This week, 18.3, we had the dreaded muscle up, and for some, the dreaded pull up. Things that you might not try to get when you're in a regular class because you might scale, which is... We're doing this.
Sorry, it's just kind of fun to be on this. Like, keep going. I will be serious.
You're teaching.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
But like for a regular day, that makes sense. Scale so you can get the most out of your workout for your hour. We always say that. But when you're trying to test some things like in the open or maybe just push yourself past your limits, it's awesome for these people that stood there and tried for like, I don't know, 7-8 minutes just to try to get one pull up, one muscle up. So amazing.
You got a shout out list there?
Yeah, I got a shout out list.
Give him a shout out.
Okay, so Reyes, first
Open
of all,
shout out.
Open shout out. Reyes, how many muscle ups did he get?
3
muscle ups.
The microphone's gonna pick you up whispering the answer to me.
It's fine. He got 3. He's never gotten 1 before, and he ended up getting 3 of them. Which
Great
was
job,
crazy.
Reyes.
Austin Eckert, which I'm super surprised he doesn't have one already. Just seems
he does now because he got one.
Well, okay.
Good job. Moving on.
Steve Lopez.
We can't go back and forth with like the last name used and the not. I think we should just keep it with the initial from now on.
But I always call him Steve Lopez.
Okay, so Steve, congrats on your bar muscle ups.
He got bar muscle ups for the first time. He's been on the rings before, but he got, I think, 3 bar muscle ups. He finally figured those out. I actually heard a story this morning when we were running that the first time he flipped up there, he was like, oh. As in, like, surprised it was that easy. So he has them, like, really figured out.
Yeah.
Vince Brown got one on Monday, but then continued to get 3 in the open, which is crazy.
He's been progressing fast. Good job,
Brad Kurtz just recently got them and how many did he get? I think he got 9.
He got 9. Yeah, he's going to retry to do it on Monday. But
that's insane.
Yeah, so shout out to Vince and Brad because they recently just,
they got him within, like, the last week or 2 weeks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we had two girls, both Mary and Nicole, got regular pull-ups for the first time. Pull-up. And, like, I think made it through 12 and, like, continued on. Like, they were like, oh, actually, I can do these because they figured it out. So, yeah. That's really cool.
Awesome.
That's super duper cool.
Shout out, guys. Great job on the stuff with the open so far.
Next thing we'll go into is for the nutrition challenge, we'll get in nutrition challenge territory now. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. It's going to take a while.
Seriously?
No, we're good. We're only 17 minutes in. Keep it rolling.
Nutrition challenge stuff. You guys might have heard we run every Sunday for the challenge. Next week they actually have their repeat mile time trial that they've all been working at for 8 weeks. And so we will see how they did. I'll be able to tell you some exciting stuff about that. But I've heard a lot of people from even outside the challenge say different things about maybe wanting to run. Like, do you practice this at running? Do you learn this at running? So tell the coaches, comment on things about your interest in having possibly like a run club throughout the summer. Different places, meeting once every 2 weeks, once every month. Like, what would you be interested in? Most likely we're not going to meet every Sunday at 8 or 8:30 a.m. because it's hard enough to get you guys in the challenge there. But let me know. That can be a thing we do.
Yeah,
I think you people really like it.
Shout out for Run Club. Coming in.
There's someone at the door.
Maybe she needs to get something. She'll say hi to it.
Also, there's been a lot of talk about the nutrition challenge that we're doing now. Are we doing another one? Yes, there will be another one. It won't be until probably fall or holiday time. We got to give people enough time. She's making a face. We got to give people enough time to get past this one. Jessica and I put a lot of effort into these. So we kind of want to regroup, see what we did, see what we can do better. And yes, there will be another one that you can be a part of. Can I do one more?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
The shout out. The person that gets points.
I heard this person really likes cardio Thursdays.
I hear he really has been asking for a shout out lately.
He might be on a bright colored team.
Do you think he's on like the highlighter team?
Yeah.
Who do you think his name is?
Let's actually leave that there and go into a second segment.
Yeah.
And we'll circle back around.
Yeah.
We're going to make him watch to the end.
Okay. We are going to have some new segments for you on the podcast that we think are the best. One of them.
That's not a good introduction. New segment. That's how we do it. Yep. New segment. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so this is called What Kills My WOD? Dun, dun. And there'll be a title that'll come in. WOD as in WOD, workout of the day. So this is where it's kind of like I just gripe about things, right? So I feel like
you just really like talking.
Me?
Yeah, because you were like so bored when I was talking, but now you're just pumped.
I was being an intent listener, listening with intent.
Okay.
That's what I was doing. Okay, so what kills my WOD this second? So the first one that we're going to go into today is about people that say I do fake push-ups.
Or fake,
Fake push-ups. Yeah. That's what we're staying with.
Fake push-ups.
Or they say I didn't do a real push-up. So Dan from the class here is a member. He looked up some information on push-ups and found out exactly. Cool. Thanks for that, Dan. The information found out exactly how much body weight, roughly, that you're doing in your push-up. And if we're doing a push-up on our toes,
as we call them, RX push-up.
RX push-up. If you're doing them on your toes with your hips up off the ground, you're pushing roughly about 70% of your body weight. But get this: when you scale to your knees, you're only going from 70 to 50. It's only a 20% difference.
You're still pushing 50% of your body weight?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's so crazy. You're still doing a ton of work. Like, give your guys self credit for that because everybody's always like, oh, it's not a real push-up. Like, no.
I didn't really do the workout. I did fake push-ups.
Yeah, that's like saying that you lowered a percentage on your snatch to the, right? Like, it's all relevant. So no more saying I didn't do a real push-up.
Really only 20. It feels so much more than 20%.
Oh my gosh, you are really in this episode today, huh? Anything out. All right, you ready? Go to the second part? Yeah, it's only 20% difference. It's amazing, right? Yes. You have permission now. Something
else that I was hearing about that, because it's kind of like negative connotation when people are talking.
Grab something. Did she not stay out there? Oh. Sorry, keep going.
It's kind of like negative connotation when people are talking about oh, I didn't really do a push-up. Oh, well, my push-ups aren't real. You're not ever talking yourself up saying these were the best. You guys.
Keep going.
This day. It wasn't, I did the best push-ups I can do today and I'm really proud of my workout. Or, I did more push-ups than I've ever done. I did them from my knees and I'm happy. I'm getting better.
Yeah, what'd you call those? There was a term for it.
Oh, no, it's called procabulary. There's like a whole business off of this. This guy has been giving speeches for like 10 years off of it. I heard it on the Brute Strength podcast. It's a cool one. But this guy's whole thing is about like how you speak to yourself internally and externally. What you say out loud, what you say in your mind has so much to do with how you act, how you perform, and how you think about yourself. So if you can catch yourself saying those negative things, try to turn them around. Instead of saying, I can't do regular push-ups, say, I'm getting stronger at, push-ups from my knees. Try it.
Because talking negatively really kills our WOD. Okay, second piece of it in the segment is, and this one's more of like I don't know if ton of people watch outside the gym, but to other trainers or people that are aspiring to be coaches, whether it's CrossFit or whether it's something else. One thing that drives me like insane that I see all the time is videotaping your client or member while you're supposed to be coaching them,
or just entire class.
You're not
coaching 5:30. I didn't know I couldn't speak.
You can't. I just haven't been able to talk that much. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is don't film your client or your class while you're supposed to be in charge of coaching that class. Like, you're no longer coaching. You are now marketing yourself towards it. Right?
I agree.
Okay. And there's a difference there between maybe filming something where you've already talked to the member and you're like, hey, I'm going to film your next push press and then I'm going to show you it so you could see what I'm seeing, right? Like that's a different category of it. I mean, really, trainers and coaches should not have their phones out anyways, but if you are doing that for feedback purposes, that's adding value to the member. That's a whole different scenario than me on stories all the time watching my people work out while I film them. You are not coaching, you are now marketing yourself. You are using their time in which that they paid you for to turn that into an advertisement for yourself. Stop. It makes you look really bad as a coach and a trainer. Put your phone down. If you're in charge of the class, put it down and invest more time in the member and invest more time into that experience, because using your cell phone while you're supposed to be coaching really kills our WOD. Sorry. Love you, babe.
Final segment before we get back to shout out person would be
keeping them on the hook.
You guys, this one's gonna be good.
We're not gonna actually do this today.
No, it's just
it's just gonna be a new thing that'll come up.
Maybe a thing, and you guys
maybe like a midweek deal. But let's not even tell them. Let's just say that it'll be new and fun.
Matt's gonna be wearing things.
All right. Spoiler alert. Okay, what else do we?
It's gonna be great.
Is that everything we covered?
I think you should give that one out.
Okay, so back to our nutrition shout out. Hopefully at this point, 25 minutes in, there's still like 1 or 2 people watching. I think there's people alive. Hey, there's 5 now.
Hey, Shabam!
Guys. We got a whole crew. Okay, so the last thing is JD. This is your shout out.
You
this
finally
is your
got
time.
it.
But in all seriousness, I mean,
what if people don't know him because he's a newer member? What time does he usually come?
Yeah, he usually comes in at like 10 if he gets it in on his lunch break. But he's been super like involved with the CrossFit Open stuff, coming back and judging people.
Yeah, coming back some Fridays.
Even though he's already done it, he's really involved with the nutrition challenge. Like he's really team spirited. He's really like embodied kind of the whole entire thing for all 4 weeks. With 8 weeks. Yeah. 4 weeks, 8 weeks.
We're 7. Yeah, we're almost on our last week.
Last week.
Oh, it is
but
our last week.
Yeah, truly deserving of a shout out because he has been doing well, and keep up the work, JD.
We're going to let you know about his mile time next week because I think we're going to hear some really cool numbers from him, but I don't want to put pressure on him.
No pressure. Is that it? We're running into the 25-minute zone. I don't know if anybody... What's up, and Facebook people? Is it just playing? Do you have a comment?
Split ends.
Dan, we used your stuff for the push-up. Thank you for the information. While I was watching Robert talking about PR and his Kenyan toe taps, but now he's silent. Okay, Robert. This might be a weird YouTube episode because I'm like leaning over and talking to that, but on YouTube you're here, but on Facebook you're there.
But you'll probably still be able to see it because the GoPro goes wide.
I don't know. I have it framed in pretty good. Also, we've been getting lots of comments. People have been really liking my banner. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think that's it. Is that all we got for it? Second piece. We're gonna
Robert's laughing. Whatever, Robert.
We're gonna do more Facebook Live stuff, but we want it to be interactive. So, like, if you guys like the live, or don't like the live, I guess it doesn't matter. But if you guys like it, let us know a day and a time that kind of works where people are at home and we could set up at that time. We just did this one just because we thought it'd be fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
I'm having the best time.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. Shout out.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for coming, guys.